like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now Jones. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again, and what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up the return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release. He says this will be incomplete.
Intended for Raheem Mostert. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. The Lance going to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pharoh Cooper now going to bring it out. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Mitchell. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
On the return is Cooper from his end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's at the 30. And how about that return? Inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Under pressure, they got him again. Azeez Ojulari. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Pharoh Cooper. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kwan Williams. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? The kick by Gold is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it a 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he's taken down inside the 30.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Uses the stiff arm, and they'll get this down to the 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And Lance now to throw. This is caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 1 from the 2. Working from the gun. Lance in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. A final shot before half for Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They run the counter. It's Mitchell. And some room to work. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, 40 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Jones throw here taken in by Ingram.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Here's a give to Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And he'll find Golladay. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Off the play fake. Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kwan Williams. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gold with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They'll roll him out right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll look to throw again. And he fires one incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try it. Anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
First and goal, New York.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Another kick from there in this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he...
Touchdown! It's complete. Deebo Samuel from 21 yards away. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter. And the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, it's Pharoh Cooper. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 10. Throwing Jones. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Giants on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is third and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Right back to Mitchell on second down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Gould with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and...
That's caught at the 25. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Complete at the 1. And they will not get the 2 points here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And that will be the final snap of the ball game. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.